If we maybe focus on the regulatory use case, how does RBICS taxonomy deal with the defense industry? This is a huge topic
Yes.
at the moment with the geopolitical context, and investors are more and more willing to invest in defense on the sustainable side. So how are your data sets can help them in this area?
Yeah, it's a very debated topic, right? Also at all these ESG conferences at the moment. I mean, I have my personal opinion, but as FactSet, we don't take a stance as to defining sectors as positive or negative in a way, right? So what we do though is with RBICS, and actually also with a derived data set that we call ESG thematics, right? Where we look at ESG themes, you would be able to see in which areas of defense companies are operating and generating revenues, right? So if I take the example of this ESG thematic data set, there's a theme called aerospace, defense and arms as a top level. And then you have a couple of level 2 themes, which would help you to understand, for example, okay, is a company generating revenue with drones, with missile equipment, with small ammunition, like small arms and ammunition. So what these data sets basically help you to do is get a more granular understanding into, you know, what type of, like what aspect of the defense industry are these companies related with. And actually, I get these questions a lot these days because, as you mentioned, like there's a lot of defense spending, right? It's like, should it be part of ESG strategies, yes or no? So actually, one other data set that comes up a lot around this topic is our supply chain data set, right? So one thing is to understand which companies have products and services in the defense sector. So then you get a universe. But then as a second step, you might want to look into, okay, who are the suppliers of those companies, right? And with the supply chain data set, one really interesting aspect is that we're not only looking at the relationships, but we also collect the relationship value and the keywords for that relationship, right? So for example, if a company develops, I don't know, a fighter jet or something, and a supplier is mentioned in relation to that fighter jet, then you will see basically that keyword as part of this relationship that we track, right? And we have many clients now who look into RBICS to get a first level definition of the universe, and then look into the supply chain data set to understand the economic network around that theme. And whether you use that then to exclude these companies or to include these companies, that's really up to our clients in the end. That's not something that we define or that we have an opinion on as FactSet, but we provide the data to help our clients make these decisions.
Yeah, so I guess it's helping them to make more aware decisions and maybe
Exactly.
to be more transparent themselves for the clients.
Exactly.